sister tricked me into mowing her lawn yesterday, and I've had itchy, watery eyes for the last almost 24 hours. I'm feeling miserable. So, thanks, sis. I really needed that right at the beginning of allergy season. Thanks. So, that little delay aside, um, I'd like to dedicate this video to what's his name again? Dark Devastator 101. Dark Devastator 101, if it hadn't been for you, this video would not be happening right now, okay? You are responsible for putting this idea in my head, okay? So this is entirely your fault, okay? So, I ordered these on. Why is it so difficult for me to bend over? I don't know. So these were ordered on Monday, and is today Friday? No, today's Saturday. This one got to me like 2 days after I got the shipping notification. Like it was lightning fast. I got this. Like whoa. So there's this. I'm sorry, I'm feeling miserable right now. So, although I hope I feel a bit better once I'm done opening these things up. Ava, what's wrong with you? Never ever cut towards you. What's wrong, dumbass? Yeah. Anyways, this first one, anyways, got to me at lightning speed. It was like they said it's gonna be like, it's a typical 7 to 10 shipping days or whatever it is. Got to me in less than 2. Wow. But considering it came from next door, Oregon, I suppose, but they like overnighted it, which is ridiculous. I was like, I don't need it that badly, thanks. Doll. So, I hesitate to say I've been bit by the Funko Pop bug, because I don't think I have, because like I looked for Transformers, I looked for Gundam, I looked for Star Trek, I looked for a whole bunch of other titles, and most of them just don't care, whatever. But then I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, I still like that. So here we go. And what did I get? Charmander. My favoritist Pokemon. Like it's the one that ah, I did not get to play Pokemon. Well, no, I borrowed a classmate's Game Boy Color. Back in the day, Game Boy Color was LCD with a color screen. Oh, I don't need to cut this. I borrowed his Game Boy for a couple of days, and I was instantly hooked. And other people have heard me say this before, but if I let myself go, I would totally become hooked on Pokemon. Like I am that. It's like I never got the chance to do it 20 years ago when it was still relevant. But yeah, I would totally get into it now if I wanted to. Although I would want to play them in chronological order, so I'd want to start with red and blue and move on from there. So, but Charmander's always been a big part of that. Oh, that's cute. It's a backing. Is there anything on it? No, there's not. It's a cute little fire backing. Whatever. It's just gonna stay in the box. How many Pokemon do they have nowadays? I have no idea what they're up to right now. But like the one that always sticks in my head was Charmander. Charmander, Char. Oh, this is adorable. Granted, a little smaller than the other Funko Pops I got, right? He's slightly smaller than Irene. Slightly, like a couple millimeters smaller. But still, Charmander. Terrible imitation, I apologize. Very tiny. Very tiny. Very adorable. And yes, the flame on his tail is transparent. It's transparent yellow and then it's been painted orange and red. Maybe it's transparent yellow. Kind of hard to tell. Can the flame turn? No, the flame cannot turn. Can the tail turn? No, the tail cannot turn. It's just Charmander. Hard to argue with it, although the shape of the head is a little disconcerting, but I can live with it. I still have, and this is back in the late 90s when I got it, I still have a little proximity sensor uh, Charmander. So it's like there's like a little hole in his belly that has a proximity sensor or a little motion sensor in it. And so it's supposed to be like a room alarm or something like that. So whenever you walk by, his tail lights up and he goes, Chah! That's about the extent of it. But anyways, yeah, I have that, and it's actually it's a bit bigger than this. So And yes, his head can turn all the way around if you so desire. I do not so desire. That is cute. How well does it balance? Does it balance? Is it front heavy? No, it is not front heavy. Will it tilt to the side? Nope. Oh, it is a little front heavy. But no surprise. Charmeleon, whatever. Charizard, everybody loves Charizard. But like, Charmander. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love Charmander. Ooh. You know, you're going to sit right next to a Reen. That's where you're going when we're done. That's not creepy at all. Back in my day, they only had 151 Pokemon. And we had to do things like physically be in the room with each other and physically attach a cord between our Game Boys. You whippersnappers, your Wi-Fi, and your color TVs. Seriously, how many Pokemon are they up to now? They've got to have hit 1,000 by now. They had to have hit 1,000 by now, or at least they probably looked like a good 600 or 700 at this point. I don't know. And no, I don't know all of them. Like I completely lost track after the first generation with the original 151s or 150. Is it 150 or 151? Does like Mew or does like Mewtwo count still? I don't know. Anyways, the main point of this video is this much larger 10-inch Funko Pop, which took like 1 day longer to get to me than the Charmander did. Like the Charmander was lightning fast. It was literally overnight. I couldn't believe from the shipping notes to when I got it, it was overnight. Like whoa. This one took slightly longer. It was like I think it was like 2 days later or something like that. Anyways, ooh, hello. I did not say this was going to be a present, so why is it wrapped like one? This is weird. By the way, for the record, this 10-inch, supersized Funko Pop. By the way, even if they're 10-inch, they're still considered Funko Pops. Technically, they are. So this 10-inch Funko Pop was $54. Now on Funko.com, it's listed as like 40 or 42 or $47, something like that. But I got it for yeah, $54 plus shipping and handling. So. Oh, this is too good. I open up the packaging, and the first thing I see is Titanus' ugly mug. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ultrazord. No, I'm sorry, the Dino Ultrazord. Oh my god. This is the last one they had, by the way. This is the last one they had in the store. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. No, 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 no. Like I might have known about this years ago, but like I didn't care about Funko Pops at the time. But like now I kind of do. Like okay, I'm gonna pick and choose which ones. So like I was reminded by Dark Devastator 101 that this exists. So like oh, okay, let's see how much. $40. That's not bad. But he also warned me that like they're huge on the aftermarket because they made so few of them or something like that. So apparently they made so few of them and they were sucked up really quickly by all the skimmers. Scalpers, that's what I was thinking. They were picked up by so many of them so quickly that the prices skyrocketed. I actually went on eBay and some of these are going for over $100. I'm like, dude, the Soul of Chogokin Daijujin doesn't even go for that on eBay. You know, I'm just saying. Or at least when it initially came out, it didn't. Of course, as I have said numerous times in numerous locations. Oh, hell yes. Oh my god. I have made my intentions very clear that that the ultimate Daijujin, or Ultrazord as it's known in the US, is by far my absolute unquestioned favorite Ultra Class combination from Power Rangers slash Super Sentai. And I mean ever. Okay, this is the pinnacle. So like, I'm willing to spend a couple more dollars to get a chibi version of my favorite ultra class combiner ever. Look at his little tail. Look at his little tail curled to the side. Oh, that's adorable. I can't believe I did this. Does the tail move? Please tell me the tail moves. No, alas. Oh, the tail does not move. Oh, missed opportunity. Ooh, what is this? That must have come from the painting. Okay. Oh, hell yes. Boy, that head is on there really loose. It's a lot looser than the other 10-inch version that I got. By the way, it's only been not even 2 weeks between my first 10-inch Funko Pop and my second. This is a bad habit I'm developing. This is ridiculous. And it's nice that Titanus, also his head is also, sufficiently sized. Does his head turn? No, it does not. Grr. The Triceratops and the saber-tooth tiger are present and accounted for. Wow, the paint apps on those legs are. What is going on here? It's not faded or scratched. Oh, it looks like dust. Is that dust? That might be dust. It's either dust or some sort of manufacturing shittery, something like that. I don't know. Titanus has a really, really derpy looking face. His eyes, technically his eyes are now sitting on the top of his head rather than on the front. So like he can actually, peripherally speaking, he can see behind him now. If you look at it from the side, you don't notice it, like, whatever. But if you look at it from the front, look how, let's see, don't look at it. Don't look away, look away. If you look at, you look at Titanus's head, you can see his eyes are on the top of his head. Huh? And as for the other two, I think Dragon Caesar's head is a bit too prominent. I've always felt that like for Mega Dragonzord, I felt like the Dragon Caesar's head was more of a kind of like a shaman's mask or shaman's hood. So it should not be, in my opinion, should not be as prominent here as the Megazord, the Daijujin's head should be or face should be. So although he is looking a bit judge-ish. So kind of has like a powdered wig kind of look to his head. But the detail, oh, you're not going to see anything. I'll assure you that the cannons are all present and accounted for. Although there's some extra. What is that? It's like there's the tail of the Tyrannosaurus, and then there's the cannons to either side. But there's some extra gray stuff in there. I'm not. What would that be? Yeah, there's an extra bit of detailing in there. I don't quite know what that is. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But oh well. And for the record, this is all the paint applications. There are no decals. I still don't think there are. All the paint applications are accurate with the original Ultimate Daijujin, not with the deluxe Power Zords toys, which had all the lightning bolts and stuff like that. So, for example, you do not have a lightning bolt. Instead, you have Dragon Rangers symbol there. You do not have the giant Power Rangers M, the red M right there. You do not have lightning bolts on either side. Although the Z was still there. And then Titanus's, oh, you can kind of see some of it here on the front of his shoulder here. I should have had the other light going. You can see you don't have just the generic gold stripes that have more stripes in them, but it's actually the red and the gold and all, and the detailing of King Brachion. So all the detail, and you've also got the detail here, like these sensors or whatever these are. Those were not. Those are not. They were never highlighted on the original or the legacy version for that matter. Neither one of them. Oh, I wish Titanus could move his head. This upsets me. The other cool thing is he's holding his chain. He's holding the chain with his power gloves. I love that power gloves. Wait, does this move? Nah. No, it does not move. Okay. Dragonzord's body, you know, the part that splits in half in order to go across the top of the Megazord, is basically a really thin bar. Like, you can't even see it. I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but you might be able to see it better from the back. Well, I'm looking at it from the front. Let's see. See, there's just this tiny little black bar that goes across the holds either leg in place. That's great. Chest cannons are all present and accounted for. Those gloves look great. Love it. And the saber-toothed tiger and the yeah, I almost wish you could remove the Mega Dragonzord. Or was it Dragonzord in fighting mode bullshit? No, no, this is Mega Dragonzord. But I almost wish you could remove it. Just have them sit to the side. Not for transforming. Just take the figure out. Have them sit side by side. I wish you could do that. This is fantastic. And the cannons have additional silver detail on them. That's great. Does it roll? No, it does not. It does not roll. That's slightly disappointing, but understandable. Like ABS or I don't know, vinyl wheels, they might be able to get away with it. But anyways, they did. Even the wheels are painted and textured. And the wheels down here are about the same as a wheel here. And no, it does not have any electronics, and no, it does not roll. So yes, I can't get over how his tail's curled. Like, huh? Why would his tail be curled? I don't get that. And yet I do got it. Does the mouth open? No, it does not. Grr. That's great. That's great. For such a huge figure, how are the paint applications? Well, I don't know. I think the paint apps are fairly good. Um, the yellow on the top of the Triceratops, I guess it's crown or crest or whatever it is. There's that yellow decal that they had on there. That putting yellow paint on top of white paint. Eh. He definitely has his horns though. They're real tiny. They're the real short horns, but they are there. However, I'm unable to tell if the saber-toothed tiger has individual teeth or not. I've got like just the tiniest area to look at. I can't tell. Oh, that's a little better. Yes, it does. The saber-toothed tiger does have the teeth pointing upwards. So screen accuracy confirmed. Although there's a lot of this. Is this dust from like a previous collector or something? I don't know if this is secondhand or not. It might be. It's either dust from a collector and they tried to clean it off, or it's some sort of powder that came from when they were finishing this in the factory or something. Yeah, there's a bunch of this powder on the left. Is that the left leg? Yeah, the left leg on the Triceratops leg. Oh, both legs have it. Just because I've had so little exposure to Funko Pops, let alone the 10-inch versions, it's difficult for me to tell if this is normal or if this is secondhand or if this is quality control thing. I'm not casting stones at this point. I'm not because I'm not certain. I don't have enough experience in the matter. So for the most part, this turned out pretty well. Or for paint applications, this turned out pretty well. Um, the black band around the front here. There's some wavering between the black and white paints. I don't even know what this is originally molded in. It's molded in gray or black. It's difficult to tell. 2018 SCG Power Rangers LLC. Hmm. Made in Vietnam. Hmm. Okay. You just kind of automatically assume everything's made in Mexico or it's made in China or it's made in Taiwan or whatever it is, but this one's made in Vietnam. Okay, whatever. This is probably one of the few Funko Pop figures they make that people in Vietnam might be able to recognize. They might know what this is. So I've got the 10-inch Funko Pop Dino Ultrazord. It totally has a head that can turn, which is great. Good deal. Um, Not much else to say. Definitely worth the amount, a couple extra dollars or whatever it is. So I think I was lucky. I got this on a lower price point than the aftermarket. Considering it's 2 years old, I'd say this is in pretty good condition. You know, I'd be lying if I said that this very matchup did not happen in my head 27 years ago. The only difference is I didn't have a physical representation of this, but like this in the most bizarre way possible is a literal dream come true. I now have the opportunity to put these giants against each other. I never imagined that this would actually happen, that I would have these two characters in my hands at the same time. I just, how did this happen? It happened because of Dark Devastator 101. How about that? So, thank you. This is AV Unit 4A saying thank you for tuning in.